Hi, Toby. Oh, it's about 10:30 Thursday night. He wants me to go to bed. He has food on his plate and stuff, but he wants me around. That's fine. I like that. Monday and Tuesday, I went to audition for Curious Savage. The director said I will let you all know either yes or no, whether you got a part or not, hopefully by Thursday, and we'll have a read through. And then I want to start rehearsals next Monday through Thursday at night. Okay? Still have not heard from the director, not word one. And last night was open mic night, and a bunch of people showed up. I did a set. My set was okay. I was wearing this Canadian shirt. It's a little on the thin side, so I had a brassiere on under, and the straps keep falling down. So I incorporated that in part of my routine about, what a pain in the ass. It's a torture device, and, brassieres. And I said, maybe I'll take it off like Rachel on Friends did. She takes her bra off under her shirt, and a couple guys in the back go, yeah, yeah, yeah. And I said, it's not like you haven't seen me without a bra before. Because I rarely wear one, because they're such a torture device. But next week, if I go to open mic night, if I don't have a part, I will wear two bras. A small, cheapo bra, and then the one I was wearing last night over it. And then I will do that joke and take the bra off underneath the shirt, but I'll still have a bra on. We'll see how that goes. I've spent a lot of time. I did film some of the auditions and all, and I spent a lot of time trying to make a vlog combined with all those bits. Computer wasn't having it. Don't know what I'm going to have to do. Clean the cache out or get rid of a lot of crap, or maybe it's running duplicate crap. I don't know. When I checked the email, because the director said he was going to email us, I keep getting all these duplicate stupid things in the email. And then I deleted. I went through the whole doggone thing and went deleting back to May 1st. And then later on in the day, I checked to see if I heard from the director. And there were more freaking emails, repeats and stuff. I have to go through there and open them up and click unsubscribe and stuff. I get points from Domino's Pizza, and I get points from Panera Bread, and then I get all this political stuff like, oh, if you could spare $5, this is Bernie Sanders, thanks for this or that. And I get the guy that's representative of the district I'm living in and the county that I live in, and then you get the Democratic guy, and then you get Ken Calvert, who's a Republican, and he looks like a blowhard. And I was like, I keep deleting them, but they keep sending more and more. You can't get blood out of a rock, man, not unless you're Jesus or Moses. Yeah. Oh. Anyway, I spent a lot of time trying to make that film to put up. And then I spent some time putting all the laundry away because the last few things were finally dry. See, I don't have a washer and dryer like most normal people. I have a little machine you put in the bathtub, and it washes them, but then I have to hang them up to dry. So it takes longer that way. And, today, Spencer's off this week, and Brian was off today, and I was preparing supper or something, and I heard a knock at the door. Like on the other side of my TV wall. On the other side of the wall, they have a TV hanging up. And then on that wall now, it's an outside wall, they have something new, which I'll tell you about. So I heard a knock at the door, nice strong knock. I went to the door and I thought it was Spencer. And I said, is that you, Spencer? And he says, I'm back here. He was somewhere else in the room. So I opened the door and there's a little guy. He's not even 2 years old. He's like, a year and 5 months or something like that. And he all smiles, And Brian didn't move the furniture around. He had this big projector that rises up out of a box. I helped him make the box because the one that you can buy for the TV itself was real expensive. But now that he's saved up for that, he'll be getting rid of the one that we built. But anyway, on that outside wall, he put the rising screen. It's huge. It takes the whole wall. And a surround sound system and all. And he wanted to show off his new stuff. He'd move the furniture around. I said, you did all this today? Yeah. And I said, you are going to be hurting tomorrow. Because he's 42 now. That's about the last age that I could really do something without hurting myself. My shoulder's been killing me for 2 days now. Shoulder blade has been absolutely screaming. Got kind of rid of the back pain, but the shoulder pain dug in. Ow. Anyway, Brian pulled up. He's got surround sound now and everything. And the little one was sitting on the floor with his back to the couch, and he stims. I think he's autistic or something. So I sat and I started going back into the couch too, and he was all smiles. He knows that I understand him. I can understand that he can't always say what he wants to say. He wants to, but he can't. For some reason, he can't say stuff. So I'm teaching him how to sing. Certain tunes mean certain things, like I'm hungry, or, my pants are pooped or whatever. And boy, did he do a number today. A number 2. But we're sitting there and Brian's pulling up this stuff on the projector TV thing, and it's supposed to give examples of the surround sound and stuff. So I'm like, my eyes are rolling back in my head like, oh, brother, it's going to be real loud. I don't know if he thinks that I watch the TV with regular volume when I watch it. I don't. I watch it at very low volume and put the closed caption on because I don't want to bother them. But if he thinks I'm watching it at normal volume and he can't hear it, he's going to think that wall is soundproof. Nope. So Brian says, I wonder if it plays music too. And he puts some song on, and he walking from one speaker to another. He goes, well, it doesn't seem to, it's only stereo. And I said, well, how about Quadrophenia? And I don't know which group sang Quadrophenia. I had enough time to look it up before doing this vlog, but I haven't. The end of the 70s, this group came out with like a surround sound album, Quadrophenia. Might have been the Who. I don't remember who it was. So he put some song on. It had like an album cover of a lady. She's wearing tight little leather bra and tight pants and a leather vest and hair flowing in the breeze. It was a drawing, not a picture. And I said, oh, I see her belly button. And I look over at Spencer, and he's like all grin from ear to ear and kind of red cheeked. And I'm thinking, oh God, he's only 3. Brian kind of nervously laughed. Oh, Brian, be careful what you do. It may seem innocent. It could lead to something. But anyway, we went outside to play for a little while. And Brian was sitting there on his phone. I don't know what he was looking at. Oh, he's looking for to get a patio set, because the one they have was just bits and pieces, and it's very old, and half the pieces are broken. So he's looking for a new patio set. He had one in mind that he saw at Costco once. He can't seem to find it. Yeah, just what he wanted. So he was looking at that. And we were running around, swinging on the swing set. And the baby was picking up rocks and throwing them. The soil out here sucks. It's mostly dust with rocks. I bought some clover seed today at a nursery so that I can, when they're on vacation, I can plant it all over in the area that has nothing, so that at least it'll have some kind of ground cover there. And I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, I ran in here. I had this little thing I got at the dollar store. It looks like a watermelon, and it has a wheel that turns around. It's a bubble maker. You pour the bubble solution inside, put the batteries in there, and you flick the switch, and it goes around and around, and little tiny bubbles come out, millions of bubbles. So I put that on the patio table out there, and the kids were having a ball with it. Spencer was running through the bubbles, and the baby was trying to catch them. And then Spencer picked it up and he started shining it in people's faces so the bubbles go right in your face. He thought that was funny. I said, stop that. Even Brian told him to stop doing that. I said, don't do that because you'll get soap in your eyes and it'll sting. And he said, okay. And then he turned it off. Let's give it a rest for a while. Okay. Then he turned it back on and he starts shining it in people's faces again. And I said, look, Spence, if you do it one more time, I'm going to have to take it away from you and put it away. And apparently he just was having so much fun he didn't listen, or what, I'm not sure. Brian was ordering something by the phone, something for his supper, because he didn't know what to make. And then Ashley called, he texted her and said that she was going to pick it up on the way home. And she said, the one in Ukaipa or the one? And he said, I didn't know they had one in Ukaipa. I ordered from the one in Calamasa. She said, well, where's that? He goes, I don't know. And then there was some kerfuffle. Spencer was running around screaming, hi, mommy, in the phone. And I said, Spencer, let's give it a rest. I said, we need to be quiet until Daddy finishes his phone call. And there was too much going on. So he started shining the bubbles in everybody's face, even Brian's face. And I went to get Brian got up. He had hung up on the phone call. He was pissed. And he slammed his fist into the patio cover post. Bam! And he's walking back and forth in the backyard. And Spencer's like, whoa, what? And I said, let's leave Daddy alone. He's very upset. Huh? I said, he's very upset. I said, you kept running around and shining bubbles in people's face. You're making noise while you're talking to Mommy on the phone. I said, he's very upset. Things are just not working out right. And I took the bubble thing and put it in the garage real quick and went back, and Brian was mad at me because I disappeared and he didn't know where I was. He calling me an 8-year-old. And that the baby found some of the bubbles and he was trying to eat them. So he said, we're going in. I'll have to find something to eat in the refrigerator or whatever. And he picked up the baby and he said, say goodbye to Nana, to Spencer. I'm going to have to apologize to him or something. I don't really know. So they went in and I came in and made my supper. And tomorrow's trash day. The trash guys come pick up the crap. Saturday is Armed Forces Day or something. And there's going to be some giant military parade, the likes that Russia and North Korea have never seen. Oh, it also happens to be Donald Trump's birthday, which he said, oh, we're going to have this magnificent parade of all our forces and all our men and everything. And, oh, it happens to be my birthday, too, but that's not why I'm doing it. And I'm thinking, you bastard, I cannot stand that fucking slimy, putrid. Ugh, I cannot stand him. Ugh. Anyway, the kerfuffle in downtown Los Angeles, for anyone that wants to know, that's from far away and only can see it on the news. It's only a couple blocks long. Somebody, and I don't know which side or whom, ordered some of those driverless taxis to stop at a certain area, and then they were set on fire. Now, I don't know who did that. It might have even been Trump's people. The Republicans and Trump's people hire through Craigslist. They hire people to do things. They hired a guy to sell t-shirts and flags and stuff. That one time I went to interview the people and what they thought was important in their life and all that. And the guy that was selling all this stuff was a Mexican guy. And I said, oh, something about, where do you get all this stuff? He goes, well, I don't know. It was here when I got here this morning. I got the job through Craigslist. And I'm thinking, okay. Oh, pathetic. Anyway, Trump had ordered National Guardsmen in, which the governor of a state has to basically be the guy that goes and assesses the issues and then orders National Guard. Trump did it. And then, not only that, they had tear gas and rubber bullets and stuff, and they even hurt TV reporters from other places, like BBC News or whatever. One girl was shot in the leg with a rubber bullet, and it burst part of her calf open. I mean, that kind of thing. It's disgusting. So then Trump calls in the Marines and does not provide any food or drink for them or any place to sleep or nothing. So they were in like a little government building, sleeping on the floor, and they had nothing. Well, Governor Newsom, they took it to the state Supreme Court or something, and they pled their case and all that, and the Marines are leaving tomorrow. The National Guard is going back to what they were doing at the south border, patrol, keeping fentanyl and drugs and crap from coming in. And Governor Newsom will be in charge of the situation tomorrow, as of tomorrow. And does Trump like that? Probably hell no. Do I care if Trump likes it? Hell no. But he is going to have this military parade on Saturday, which is his birthday. And people are urged not to watch it on TV. And if they want to protest a thing, like, you're not my king, this country was great all along. It's the people that make it great. We can do so in our own little peaceful protest places. Only we can have a sign or we can wear a shirt or something, but that's it. You've got to show your presence, show that you're disappointed or you're dissatisfied, but don't start any trouble. No burning of cars, no turning things over, no looting, no hurting. Got to show that violence is not the answer. So that's Saturday. Sunday is Father's Day. And I got Brian and Scott both device that measures uneven surfaces if you're building something, and a refrigerator magnet that says the world's greatest father. I also got Brian a really nice coffee mug. And instead of a picture on there that can wash off in a dishwasher, it's imprinted in the clay itself. It says Best Dad. It's really nice. It's a pretty green color, and I think he'll like it. I'll have to ask Ashley tomorrow if there's anything I can do for Sunday, like, make the dinner or do something. I want to give them rests and stuff. I still will have to check my email periodically. Tomorrow I'll be working on probably the computer and my phone and getting rid of unnecessary crap so that they work better. The computer's old, so it might just be that, but I think I can improve the functioning of it if I buckle down and or knuckle down or whatever it is and figure it out. Yeah. So I'll be doing that and maybe looking up the concert in Germany for next year. Oh, whoa. I have, where is it? I have a DVD of here it is. It's this guy. He's a crooner of 20s and 30s music and sings some in English. Since he's doing a concert on my birthday in a city in Germany, a little town, April 14th, and since it'll be in Germany, I'm sure about 98%, if not more, will be in German. And I'm real excited. I want to go. It's a little dinky town. I mean, Berlin, everyone speaks English. In this little dinky town, they probably don't. And I read reviews of the hotel that I was looking at in this little dinky town. And someone complained that the TV doesn't have any English-speaking stations. And it was this, and it was that, and it's not a 4-star hotel, blah, blah, blah. And for breakfast, they had the same little thing every day. You know, they call that a breakfast. And I thought, they probably have Brötchen, which are little bread rolls, or pieces of different kinds of bread, and cheese, and sausages, maybe some jam or jelly, maybe coffee and tea. That's it. It's not like in America. So, also I'm going to be trying this salt drink that everybody's raving about. I've done it before a long time ago, and I can't remember if it helped me lose weight or what, but it's 8 ounces of warm water, teaspoon of Himalayan pink sea salt, and some lemon juice. And you drink that up first thing in the morning. So I went to the store to get some of this pink salt because I was out of it. I was wearing this Canadian shirt. And some guy in line in front of me to check out one of those blowhard, probably ultra-right-wing blowhards. And he was, how important he was and how much money he had and all that crap. And I can afford this and I can afford... One of those kind of guys. And he was checking out. He paid for it. And he was getting his stuff put back in the cart to wheel out to his car. And by then, I bought my couple items. And they're having a thing now where you can spend $5 to feed a hungry family. They have a bag full of like tuna cans and mac and cheese and stuff like that. A lot of non-perishables. For $5. And I know what it's like to not have anything. I know what it's like. And also, I wanted to rub it in this guy's face that there are people that give a shit for other people. So I said, yes, I would love to. Not only that, but I'm wearing a Canadian shirt. So it gives Canada a good name. Like, Canadians are so kind. They're not even in their own country and they want to help poor people. Damn straight. I love Canada. I love the Canadians. If it weren't so bloody cold in the winter, I would have thought of going there. You never know what's going to happen. Hopefully, everybody, even the right-wing nut jobs, will sit and actually think, what the fuck are we doing? What is this blowhard in the White House doing? He is killing us. I consider myself a patriot, and I consider this a great country. What the fuck are you talking about? Sorry for the swearing, but sometimes I get all, Urrrrr. Yeah. Do you get all Sometimes. I had better go to bed. It's now 11 o'clock at night, Thursday. Plenty of stuff to deal with, that's for sure. So I gotta go to bed so I can get up, go upward and onward.